Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever found yourself grappling with the idea of forgiveness? In a world where second chances are often handed out like candy, it's time to ask ourselves, do we truly owe it to others, or is it time to reclaim our power? Join me as we delve into the compelling argument for why we must rethink the practice of giving second chances and explore the profound impact it can have on our relationships and personal well-being. Imagine this: you're standing at a crossroad, a fork in the path where you must decide whether to trust again. Picture the countless times someone has wronged you, perhaps even broken your trust. Now think about the emotional toll that comes with granting a second chance. Today, I invite you to reconsider the habit of giving people second chances and challenge you to reflect on the true cost of these decisions. The concept of second chances is deeply embedded in our culture, often celebrated as a testament to human compassion and forgiveness. This idea posits that everyone makes mistakes and therefore deserves the opportunity to redeem themselves. However, a deeper exploration of this notion reveals a complex web of psychological, social, and emotional implications that warrant critical examination. Understanding the dynamics surrounding second chances is essential in navigating relationships, both personal and professional, while also safeguarding one's emotional well-being. At its core, the idea of giving a second chance is rooted in empathy. We are wired to relate to one another's vulnerabilities and shortcomings. Life is fraught with challenges, and human beings are prone to errors. In many situations, it can be easy to feel sympathy for someone who has made a mistake, especially if that mistake has affected us personally. We may recall times when we too stumbled and wished for forgiveness. This sentiment of shared humanity can lead us to extend a hand of forgiveness, believing that it will foster growth and improvement. This compassionate outlook can be a double-edged sword. The act of granting a second chance can inadvertently create a pattern where individuals feel less accountable for their actions. When someone knows they can repeatedly rely on the goodwill of others to overlook their transgressions, they may not feel the need to change or to reflect on the consequences of their behavior. This cycle of repeated mistakes and forgiveness can lead to a significant imbalance in relationships, resulting in one party feeling exploited or disrespected. The societal expectation to give second chances can put immense pressure on individuals. There is often a prevailing belief that refusing to forgive is synonymous with being bitter or unkind. This societal pressure can lead to feelings of guilt or shame for those who choose to protect themselves by not giving second chances. As a result, individuals may find themselves in a continuous loop of disappointment, feeling obligated to forgive despite knowing that their trust has been violated. The implications of this cycle extend beyond mere interpersonal relationships. They also permeate workplace dynamics. In professional settings, second chances can foster a culture where accountability is lacking. For instance, if an employee consistently fails to meet expectations yet is continually forgiven and retained, it may lead to resentment among colleagues who uphold their responsibilities. Such situations can undermine team morale and create an environment where mediocrity is tolerated. Conversely, fostering a culture of accountability, where individuals understand that their actions have consequences, can encourage genuine personal and professional growth. Another crucial aspect to consider is the emotional toll that comes with granting second chances. Trust is a fragile construct that, once broken, requires effort to rebuild. Each time a person is given another opportunity after having violated trust, it can chip away at one's emotional resilience. This wear and tear can lead to increased anxiety and stress, making it challenging for the person granting the second chance to feel secure in the relationship. The emotional burden of waiting for the other shoe to drop can overshadow any positive interactions, creating an atmosphere of tension rather than support. The question of whether someone truly deserves a second chance is also significant. This assessment often hinges on the context of the mistake and the behavior following the transgression. Did the individual acknowledge their mistake and demonstrate genuine remorse? Have they taken steps to change or improve? Genuine second chances are often predicated on observable changes in behavior. If these changes are absent, the act of granting another chance may only serve to perpetuate harmful patterns, leading to further disappointment and heartache. It is essential to recognize the distinction between giving a second chance and enabling destructive behavior. When we continuously allow individuals to escape the repercussions of their actions, we may be enabling their misconduct. This can be particularly evident in relationships marked by toxic dynamics, where one partner repeatedly hurts the other yet continues to receive forgiveness. In these situations, the act of forgiveness can transform from a noble gesture into a mechanism of self-sabotage, leading to a cycle of pain and suffering for the person who continually forgives. The discussion surrounding second chances must also address the importance of self-respect and personal boundaries. It is crucial for individuals to recognize their worth and establish limits in their relationships. By prioritizing self-respect, one can foster healthier interactions that are built on mutual respect and accountability. This shift in perspective enables individuals to engage with those who demonstrate reliability and integrity rather than allowing themselves to be dragged down by individuals who have repeatedly shown themselves unworthy of trust. The concept of second chances is multifaceted and warrants a thorough examination. While it embodies compassion and empathy, it can also foster unhealthy dynamics that lead to emotional distress and disappointment. Understanding the implications of second chances allows individuals to navigate their relationships with greater awareness, ensuring that they protect their emotional well-being while fostering genuine growth and accountability in others. The impact of second chances is profound and often far-reaching, extending beyond individual relationships to influence entire social and organizational dynamics. When someone is repeatedly given a second chance after having wronged another, the repercussions can create a cascade of negative outcomes that affect not just the parties involved but also the surrounding community or workplace. Understanding this impact is crucial for individuals seeking to cultivate healthy relationships and organizations that foster accountability and growth. One of the most significant consequences of granting repeated second chances is the erosion of trust. Trust serves as the foundation of any meaningful relationship, whether personal or professional. When an individual has broken that trust, the act of forgiving and providing another opportunity can initially seem like an act of kindness. However, if the person continues to make the same mistakes, the trust that was once there begins to diminish. Each infraction chips away at the faith that one party has in the other, leading to a situation where one begins to question whether they can ever truly rely on that person. This loss of trust can create a rift that becomes increasingly difficult to mend over time. The cycle of granting second chances often leads to emotional fatigue. When someone invests time and emotional energy into a relationship, only to find themselves disappointed repeatedly, it can lead to feelings of frustration, sadness, and even resentment. The emotional cost of repeatedly forgiving someone can be significant, resulting in a sense of betrayal that can linger long after the act of forgiveness has taken place. Over time, this emotional fatigue can manifest as anxiety or distrust, creating barriers to future relationships and complicating one's ability to engage openly and honestly with others. In many cases, the act of granting a second chance can inadvertently enable the wrongdoer's behavior. When individuals know they can rely on forgiveness, they may not feel compelled to change their ways. This creates a detrimental cycle where the wrongdoer continues their behavior, confident that they will not face serious consequences. This phenomenon is particularly evident in relationships where patterns of manipulation or emotional abuse are present. The person who repeatedly forgives may inadvertently be complicit in allowing the other individual to maintain their harmful behavior, preventing any opportunity for genuine growth or accountability. The dynamics of power in relationships can shift dramatically when second chances are granted. The person who continually forgives may begin to feel disempowered, as their repeated acts of forgiveness can be perceived as weakness or lack of self-worth. This shift in power dynamics can lead to further resentment, especially if the person receiving the second chance appears ungrateful or oblivious to the sacrifices being made for them. As the forgiving party begins to feel less valued, it can create an unhealthy dependency where one person feels trapped in the role of the forgiver while the other remains oblivious to the damage being done. The impact of second chances is not limited to personal relationships, it also extends into the workplace. In professional settings, repeatedly giving second chances to underperforming employees can create a toxic work environment. When team members observe that certain individuals are not held accountable for their mistakes, it can lead to a decline in morale among those who are performing their roles diligently. This perception can breed resentment, frustration, and a lack of motivation among team members who feel that their hard work is being undermined by a culture that tolerates mediocrity. The practice of offering second chances in the workplace can lead to significant organizational inefficiencies. When an employee who has repeatedly failed to meet performance standards is allowed to stay in their position without consequences, it can hinder overall productivity. Other employees may feel compelled to pick up the slack, leading to burnout and disengagement. Additionally, this culture of leniency can foster a sense of complacency among the workforce, as individuals may feel they do not need to strive for excellence if there are no real repercussions for failure. Failing to establish boundaries around second chances can lead to a lack of accountability within teams and organizations. When individuals understand that their actions have real consequences, it can foster a culture of responsibility where employees are motivated to perform well and adhere to standards, setting clear expectations and ensuring that individuals are held accountable for their actions. Encourages personal and professional growth. This approach benefits everyone involved, creating an environment where mistakes are seen as opportunities for learning rather than a cycle of repeated forgiveness. The impact of granting second chances can resonate beyond the individual or workplace to influence broader societal norms. When society glorifies the idea of second chances without considering the implications, it may inadvertently perpetuate a culture of entitlement. Individuals may begin to believe that they can consistently engage in harmful or irresponsible behavior without facing consequences, leading to societal patterns that accept mediocrity and discourage genuine effort and responsibility. This shift can impact community cohesion and the ability to foster relationships built on trust and mutual respect. Understanding the impact of second chances requires a nuanced approach that considers both the immediate and long-term consequences. While the intention behind granting second chances may be rooted in compassion and empathy, the reality is that such decisions can have a profound impact on trust, emotional well-being, and relational dynamics. By recognizing the complexities surrounding second chances, individuals can make more informed choices about how to navigate their relationships, fostering a culture of accountability and growth that benefits all parties involved.
The importance of accountability cannot be overstated, especially in discussions about second chances. Accountability serves as the bedrock of healthy relationships and effective communication.
It encourages individuals to take responsibility for their actions and fosters an environment where growth and development can occur. When accountability is emphasized, it can significantly alter the dynamics of interactions, promoting a culture of integrity, trust, and personal growth. By exploring the role of accountability in the context of second chances, we can gain a deeper understanding of its necessity in both personal and professional settings. To begin with, accountability ensures that individuals recognize the impact of their actions on others. When a person makes a mistake, understanding how that mistake affects those around them is crucial. Without accountability, there is a tendency for individuals to detach from the consequences of their actions, leading to a cycle of repeated mistakes. This detachment can breed a sense of entitlement, where individuals feel they are exempt from facing the repercussions of their actions. In contrast, when accountability is enforced, individuals are encouraged to reflect on their behavior and the effects it has on others, promoting a sense of empathy and understanding that is vital for fostering healthy relationships. The practice of holding individuals accountable creates a sense of reliability in relationships. When someone knows they will be held responsible for their actions, it instills confidence in their partner, friend, or colleague. This reliability fosters trust, which is essential for any meaningful connection. In personal relationships, this can lead to deeper emotional intimacy, as both parties feel safe in knowing that they can rely on each other to be honest and responsible. In professional settings, accountability cultivates a culture of teamwork, where colleagues can depend on one another to fulfill their responsibilities and contribute to collective goals. This sense of reliability is crucial in building strong, cohesive teams that are capable of overcoming challenges and achieving success. Accountability also plays a significant role in personal development. When individuals are held accountable for their actions, they are more likely to engage in self-reflection and critical thinking. This process of reflection encourages them to evaluate their behavior, understand the reasons behind their mistakes, and identify areas for improvement. As individuals become more aware of their shortcomings, they can take proactive steps to change their behavior and develop new skills. This growth mindset is essential for personal development and encourages individuals to embrace challenges and learn from their experiences rather than shying away from them. In essence, accountability fosters a culture where mistakes are viewed as opportunities for growth rather than failures to be hidden or ignored. In a broader societal context, accountability can significantly influence cultural norms. When accountability is valued, it can lead to systemic changes that promote fairness and equity. For example, in organizations where accountability is prioritized, there tends to be a greater emphasis on ethical behavior and responsible decision making. This focus on accountability can help prevent abuses of power and foster an environment where individuals are encouraged to speak up against wrongdoing. As a result, accountability can contribute to building a culture of transparency and integrity that benefits everyone involved. This cultural shift can have far-reaching effects, promoting a sense of community and shared responsibility that extends beyond individual relationships. The absence of accountability can have detrimental effects, leading to a breakdown of trust and respect. When individuals repeatedly fail to hold others accountable for their actions, it can create an environment of complacency where mistakes are tolerated rather than addressed. In personal relationships, this lack of accountability can lead to feelings of resentment and frustration, as one party may feel that their efforts to maintain the relationship are not reciprocated. This dynamic can ultimately drive a wedge between individuals, leading to conflict and a breakdown of communication. In professional environments, the absence of accountability can result in significant organizational challenges. When employees are not held responsible for their actions, it can lead to a decline in overall performance and productivity. Team members may become disillusioned, feeling that their hard work is undermined by colleagues who do not take their responsibilities seriously. This culture of mediocrity can stifle innovation and discourage individuals from striving for excellence, ultimately affecting the organization's success. By fostering a culture of accountability, organizations can encourage employees to take pride in their work and push themselves to meet and exceed expectations. Accountability can play a crucial role in conflict resolution. When disagreements arise, addressing the underlying issues often requires acknowledging the actions that contributed to the conflict. This process necessitates a willingness to take responsibility and engage in open, honest communication. By fostering a culture where accountability is valued, individuals are more likely to approach conflicts with a constructive mindset, focused on finding solutions rather than assigning blame. This collaborative approach can lead to healthier resolutions and stronger relationships as both parties feel heard and respected in the process. The interplay between accountability and second chances is complex and multifaceted. While the act of granting a second chance may seem noble, it is essential to consider whether that chance is accompanied by a commitment to accountability. Without accountability, second chances can devolve into an endless cycle of forgiveness without growth. When individuals understand that their actions have consequences and are held accountable for their mistakes, they are more likely to appreciate the opportunity for redemption and strive to make meaningful changes in their behavior. Accountability is a vital component in the discourse surrounding second chances. By promoting a culture of accountability, individuals can foster trust, reliability, and personal growth in their relationships. Furthermore, accountability contributes to the development of ethical and responsible behavior within organizations and society at large. Ultimately, prioritizing accountability ensures that second chances are not just granted but are meaningful opportunities for genuine growth and improvement. Setting boundaries is a critical aspect of personal and professional relationships, especially when it comes to the discussion of second chances. Boundaries define what is acceptable and what is not in any interaction, creating a framework that helps individuals navigate their relationships with clarity and respect. In the context of second chances, establishing clear boundaries is essential to ensure that forgiveness does not lead to repeated harm or enable destructive behavior. By examining the importance of setting boundaries, we can gain insights into how they contribute to healthier, more sustainable relationships. One of the primary reasons for setting boundaries is to protect oneself from emotional harm. When individuals repeatedly give second chances without establishing limits, they may find themselves in situations that cause them emotional distress. For instance, if someone has consistently betrayed another's trust, allowing that person to continue without any boundaries can lead to a cycle of hurt and disappointment. By setting clear boundaries, individuals communicate their needs and expectations, ensuring that their emotional well-being is prioritized. This proactive approach helps to mitigate the risk of further pain and fosters an environment where individuals feel safe and respected. Boundaries also play a vital role in fostering respect and mutual understanding within relationships. When boundaries are clearly defined, it signals to all parties involved that each person's feelings and needs are valid. This mutual respect can enhance communication, as individuals are more likely to express their thoughts and feelings openly when they know that their boundaries will be honored. In this way, setting boundaries becomes a collaborative effort, fostering an environment where each person feels valued and heard. This sense of respect can be particularly crucial in relationships where one party has made mistakes, as it creates an opportunity for both individuals to engage in honest dialogue about their feelings and expectations moving forward. Establishing boundaries can serve as a tool for personal accountability. When individuals articulate their limits, they not only clarify their needs, but also hold themselves accountable for maintaining those boundaries. This self-accountability is essential in the context of second chances, as it encourages individuals to recognize their role in the relationship dynamic. For example, if someone decides to grant a second chance to a partner who has been unfaithful, they must also be clear about what behaviors are unacceptable going forward. This clarity allows the person granting the second chance to remain steadfast in their commitment to their own well-being and ensures that they are not compromising their values in the process. In professional settings, setting boundaries is equally important, particularly in the context of workplace relationships. When employees are given second chances for underperformance or misconduct, it is crucial to establish clear expectations and guidelines for future behavior. By doing so, organizations communicate that while they are willing to support growth and redemption, they also expect individuals to take responsibility for their actions. This balance fosters a culture of accountability and professionalism, allowing employees to thrive while minimizing the risk of repeated mistakes. Setting boundaries can help to define the consequences of failing to meet those expectations, ensuring that individuals understand the stakes involved in their actions. Another critical aspect of setting boundaries is the influence it has on self-esteem and self-worth. When individuals allow others to overstep their limits without consequence, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. By establishing boundaries, individuals send a powerful message to themselves and others about their worthiness. This practice reinforces the idea that they deserve respect and consideration in their relationships. In this way, boundaries become a form of self-care, helping individuals to cultivate a sense of empowerment and agency in their interactions with others. This shift in mindset is particularly important when navigating second chances, as it encourages individuals to prioritize their own needs while still allowing for the possibility of growth and change in others. In addition to promoting personal well-being, boundaries can enhance the overall dynamics of a relationship. When both parties are aware of each other's limits, it fosters a greater sense of cooperation and collaboration. This awareness can lead to improved communication and a deeper understanding of each other's perspectives, ultimately strengthening the relationship. In situations where second chances are granted, this improved communication is essential for ensuring that both parties are aligned in their expectations and goals. By working together within the established boundaries, individuals can create a more supportive environment that encourages personal growth and fosters stronger connections. Setting boundaries is not always a straightforward process, especially in relationships where second chances are involved. It often requires courage and vulnerability to articulate one's needs and expectations. Many individuals may fear backlash or rejection when attempting to establish boundaries, particularly if they are concerned about the other person's reaction. Overcoming this fear is essential for personal growth and healthier relationships. Individuals must recognize that their right to set boundaries is not contingent on others' approval. Rather, it is a fundamental aspect of self-respect and healthy interpersonal dynamics. Boundaries can evolve over time as individuals and relationships change. It is essential to remain flexible and open to revising boundaries as necessary. What may have been an appropriate boundary at one point in time might need adjustment as circumstances change or as individuals grow. This adaptability is vital for fostering healthy, dynamic relationships that can withstand challenges and promote mutual growth. Engaging in open discussions about boundaries can facilitate this evolution, allowing individuals to communicate their changing needs and adjust their expectations accordingly. When boundaries are respected, it fosters a culture of accountability that benefits everyone involved. This culture can lead to more constructive interactions, where individuals feel empowered to speak up about their feelings and concerns. By prioritizing boundaries, individuals can cultivate a sense of agency and autonomy in their relationships, reducing the likelihood of manipulation or emotional abuse. This proactive approach creates an environment where both parties can thrive, encouraging personal growth and development. The importance of setting boundaries cannot be overstated, particularly in the context of second chances. By establishing clear limits, individuals protect their emotional well-being, foster respect and understanding, and promote personal accountability. Boundaries not only empower individuals to prioritize their needs, but also enhance the dynamics of their relationships, creating a foundation for healthier interactions. In navigating second chances, setting boundaries becomes an essential tool for ensuring that forgiveness is accompanied by growth and mutual respect, ultimately leading to stronger, more fulfilling relationships. The concept of growth and change is integral to the discussion surrounding second chances. The idea that individuals can evolve and learn from their mistakes is not just a hopeful notion, it is a fundamental aspect of human nature. Growth implies that people are capable of recognizing their flaws, understanding the impact of their actions, and actively working to become better versions of themselves. In the context of second chances, it is essential to understand how the processes of growth and change influence relationships and the overall dynamics of forgiveness. At the core of growth is the notion of self-awareness. For individuals to change, they must first acknowledge their past behaviors and the consequences of those actions. This self-awareness is critical, as it allows individuals to reflect on their choices and the factors that led to their mistakes. Without this reflection, the likelihood of repeating the same behaviors is high. Self-awareness involves a level of vulnerability, as individuals must confront uncomfortable truths about themselves. However, this confrontation is a necessary step toward genuine change. It lays the groundwork for individuals to understand what changes are required for them to move forward positively and constructively. Growth necessitates the willingness to learn from experiences. Mistakes can serve as powerful teachers if individuals are open to the lessons they offer. This learning process often involves both cognitive and emotional elements. Cognitively, individuals need to analyze what went wrong and identify specific areas for improvement. Emotionally, they must navigate feelings of guilt, shame, and regret, using these emotions as catalysts for positive change rather than allowing them to become overwhelming burdens. Embracing this dual process of learning is essential for fostering resilience, enabling individuals to bounce back from setbacks and approach future challenges with a renewed sense of purpose and commitment. Change also requires action. Acknowledging mistakes and understanding their implications is only the beginning. Individuals must also take proactive steps toward transformation. This action may involve setting specific goals, seeking feedback from others, and engaging in self-improvement efforts. For example, someone who has struggled with trust issues may decide to attend therapy, engage in open communication with loved ones, or participate in workshops focused on relationship building skills. These actions demonstrate a commitment to change and signify a readiness to embrace the opportunities that come with a second chance. The journey of growth is often non-linear. Individuals may experience setbacks along the way, and progress can be slow. Recognizing that change is not always straightforward is crucial for fostering a compassionate perspective towards oneself and others. Setbacks should not be viewed as failures, but rather as integral parts of the growth process. Each misstep provides additional learning opportunities and insights that can contribute to eventual success. This understanding is especially pertinent in relationships where patience and empathy are necessary for both parties to navigate the complexities of change together.
In the context of relationships, growth and change can profoundly affect dynamics, especially when one party is granted a second chance. The partner who extends forgiveness must be willing to observe and acknowledge the other person's efforts to change.
This observation involves being attuned to both verbal and non-verbal cues that indicate genuine transformation. For instance, if someone has made a commitment to improve their communication skills, consistent efforts in this area can help rebuild trust and demonstrate their commitment to personal growth. In this way, the opportunity for change fosters a renewed sense of hope and possibility in the relationship. Granting a second chance can serve as a powerful motivator for change. When individuals feel supported and believed in by others, they are often more inspired to make meaningful adjustments in their behavior. This sense of support can create a positive feedback loop where the individual striving for growth feels encouraged to continue their journey while also reinforcing the belief that their efforts are recognized and valued. This dynamic can transform the relationship into a collaborative effort focused on mutual growth, where both parties are invested in each other's development. The role of empathy cannot be overlooked in this process of growth and change. When individuals extend a second chance, they often do so with an understanding of the complexities that accompany human behavior. This empathy fosters an environment where individuals feel safe to express their vulnerabilities and seek support without the fear of judgment. In turn, this compassionate atmosphere encourages deeper connections as both parties can engage in open discussions about their experiences, needs, and aspirations. Empathy promotes emotional intimacy, allowing individuals to build a stronger foundation for their relationship moving forward. The concept of accountability is intertwined with growth and change. As individuals strive to improve themselves, they must also be willing to hold themselves accountable for their actions. This accountability can involve seeking feedback from others, acknowledging shortcomings, and making amends when necessary. When both parties are committed to personal growth and accountability, it fosters a culture of mutual respect and trust. This shared commitment enhances the likelihood of success in navigating second chances as both individuals are actively working toward positive change. The impact of growth extends beyond individual relationships. It can ripple into broader social contexts. When individuals embrace the principles of growth and change, they contribute to creating a culture that values learning and resilience. This cultural shift can lead to more compassionate communities where individuals are encouraged to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from their experiences without fear of judgment or ostracization. As more people engage in this process of growth, it cultivates a collective mindset that recognizes the potential for transformation in everyone, fostering a sense of unity and support within society. The themes of growth and change are essential to the discourse surrounding second chances. They emphasize the importance of self-awareness, learning, and action as fundamental components of personal transformation. By fostering an environment that prioritizes growth, individuals can navigate the complexities of relationships with compassion, patience, and understanding. This commitment to change enhances the potential for healthier, more fulfilling interactions, allowing individuals to embrace the opportunities that come with second chances while recognizing the importance of personal accountability and mutual support. Ultimately, growth and change become powerful catalysts for. The discussion surrounding the concept of personal responsibility is pivotal when addressing the theme of second chances. Personal responsibility refers to the acknowledgement that individuals are accountable for their actions and the consequences that arise from them. It emphasizes the importance of recognizing one's role in any given situation, especially when mistakes have been made in the context of second chances. Fostering a sense of personal responsibility is crucial for ensuring that individuals are not only granted the opportunity for redemption, but are also willing to learn and grow from their past behaviors. One of the first aspects of personal responsibility is the recognition of one's mistakes. This involves an honest assessment of actions and the impact they have had on others. Acknowledging wrongdoing is often a challenging step, as it requires individuals to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves and their behavior. This process of self-reflection can be emotionally taxing, but is essential for personal growth. By accepting responsibility for their actions, individuals demonstrate maturity and a willingness to engage in the hard work required for change. This recognition lays the groundwork for a genuine commitment to improvement, making it possible for individuals to take meaningful steps toward rectifying their past mistakes. Personal responsibility fosters accountability in relationships. When individuals understand that they are responsible for their actions, it encourages them to be more considerate of how their choices affect others. This accountability is particularly important in the context of second chances, as it ensures that individuals are not merely relying on the goodwill of others to grant them forgiveness without any changes in behavior. Instead, they must actively demonstrate their commitment to making amends and improving themselves. This proactive approach can help to rebuild trust and create a foundation for healthier relationships moving forward. Taking personal responsibility allows individuals to develop a sense of agency. When people recognize that they have control over their actions and the outcomes that result from them, it empowers them to make positive choices. This sense of agency is crucial in the context of second chances, as it encourages individuals to take charge of their personal growth rather than waiting for external validation or support. By actively working on themselves, they become more invested in their journey toward redemption, which can lead to a more profound transformation and a greater likelihood of sustaining positive changes over time. Another critical component of personal responsibility is the ability to communicate openly about one's intentions and efforts toward change. This transparency is vital, especially when seeking a second chance from someone who has been hurt. When individuals openly discuss their commitment to growth and the steps they are taking to rectify their mistakes, it demonstrates sincerity and a genuine desire to mend the relationship. This communication fosters trust and reassurance, allowing both parties to engage in a constructive dialogue about their feelings and expectations. In contrast, a lack of communication can breed misunderstandings and resentment, making it more challenging to navigate the complexities of forgiveness and redemption. Personal responsibility also involves making amends. This process goes beyond merely saying "I'm sorry." It requires individuals to take tangible actions that demonstrate their commitment to change. Making amends can involve a variety of efforts, such as offering support to those affected, changing specific behaviors, or engaging in community service to give back. These actions serve as a testament to an individual's dedication to making things right and can significantly contribute to rebuilding trust in the relationship. By taking these steps, individuals not only demonstrate their remorse but also show that they are willing to work diligently toward repairing any damage caused by their past actions. It is essential to recognize that personal responsibility does not exist in a vacuum. It is often influenced by various external factors, including social environment, cultural norms, and support systems. Acknowledging these influences can help individuals understand that while they are ultimately responsible for their actions, there may be contextual factors that contributed to their behavior. This awareness allows for a more nuanced understanding of responsibility, encouraging individuals to consider how their environment may have shaped their choices. By recognizing these factors, individuals can work to create healthier support systems that promote positive behavior and discourage harmful patterns in the future. The role of empathy in personal responsibility should not be underestimated. When individuals take responsibility for their actions, they often gain a deeper understanding of the emotional impact those actions have had on others. This empathetic perspective fosters a greater sense of connection and accountability as individuals become more aware of the feelings and experiences of those around them. This heightened empathy can serve as a powerful motivator for personal growth as individuals seek to prevent causing further harm to others. In the context of second chances, this empathetic approach can enhance communication and create a more supportive environment for healing and reconciliation. Cultivating personal responsibility is essential for long-term change. Simply acknowledging a mistake or committing to improvement is not enough. Individuals must also demonstrate consistency in their actions. This consistency is vital for reinforcing trust and demonstrating that they are genuinely committed to change. When individuals fail to follow through on their commitments, it can lead to disappointment and erode the trust that has been established. Therefore, maintaining a focus on personal responsibility encourages individuals to remain steadfast in their efforts and fosters a sense of reliability in their relationships. Personal responsibility extends beyond individual relationships. It also has broader implications for society as a whole.
When people embrace the principles of personal responsibility, they contribute to creating a culture that values accountability, growth, and understanding.
This cultural shift can lead to more compassionate communities where individuals are encouraged to learn from their mistakes and support one another in their journeys toward improvement. Such an environment not only benefits individuals but also promotes a collective ethos of resilience and empathy, creating a society that values second chances and recognizes the potential for growth in everyone. The practice of personal responsibility fosters a sense of resilience. As individuals navigate the challenges of taking responsibility for their actions and working toward change, they develop the skills needed to overcome obstacles and setbacks. This resilience is crucial, as the journey toward personal growth is often fraught with difficulties and uncertainties. By embracing personal responsibility, individuals cultivate the inner strength and determination necessary to persevere through challenges, enabling them to emerge from their experiences with greater confidence and insight. The theme of personal responsibility is central to the conversation about second chances. By recognizing and taking ownership of their actions, individuals can foster accountability, develop a sense of agency, and communicate openly about their intentions for change. Moreover, embracing personal responsibility allows individuals to make amends, consider external influences, and cultivate empathy, all of which contribute to healthier relationships. Ultimately, prioritizing personal responsibility not only benefits individuals but also creates a more compassionate society that values growth, resilience, and the potential for transformation in every person. The concept of granting second chances is intricate and multifaceted, deeply intertwined with the principles of personal responsibility, boundaries, and the importance of learned lessons. The journey towards redemption requires more than just forgiveness. It necessitates a commitment to change, accountability, and genuine personal growth. As we reflect on the various aspects of this topic, it becomes clear that while everyone deserves a chance to amend their mistakes, it is crucial to recognize the value of personal agency and the importance of setting boundaries to protect ourselves from repeated harm. Emphasizing personal responsibility not only empowers individuals to take charge of their actions, but also fosters a culture of empathy, understanding, and resilience. By acknowledging our mistakes and learning from them, we contribute to a more compassionate society that encourages growth and supports those striving to improve. Yet, we must also remember that forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It requires discernment and the wisdom to understand when to extend grace and when to prioritize our well-being. The conversation around second chances challenges us to strike a balance between compassion and self-protection. It compels us to consider the complexities of human behavior and the transformative power of accountability. By approaching relationships with a mindful understanding of these dynamics, we can foster healthier connections, empower those seeking redemption, and create a community where personal growth is celebrated and individuals are encouraged to rise above their past mistakes. So as we navigate the intricacies of second chances, let us champion a path that values both redemption and the strength to say no when necessary, fostering an environment where true change can flourish.